Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is Unreal World, and we are in for a brand new series today. We are going to go for the most difficult challenge in the game. It's called Runaway Slave, and we will be starting in the winter time, of course. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Unreal World and you'd like to learn how to play, I do have a whole tutorial series on my channel which will help you get up off your feet because there is a pretty steep learning curve for this game. It's been in active development, still being developed and updated since 1992, so it doesn't have the best graphics, but if you're one of those folks like me who enjoys really detailed and rich simulation, this is a game for you. It's survival, and it really pushes you. So what we're going to do now is potentially die a whole lot of times. So I'm not going to get into the whole character creation. We're just going to cut right to the village. And if we survive, then I'll show you what the character looks like after the fact. But I also want to mention, just as a side note, this is going to be a modded game too. So I've got some mods installed. Check the description below if you're interested in those. But this game is not supported on the workshop with Steam. You have to do the installation yourself manually. So just note that. But anyway, guys, I will see you inside the village. All right, you guys, here we are inside the hostile village. So we zoom in. There's my character. Now, very strangely, my guy doesn't actually see any characters or any enemies around him. They're probably behind me. So first things first, let's check our inventory. This is a free action, so it doesn't pass time. Okay, we've got a fine hunting knife and 4 pieces of clothes, and that's it. So the knife, I'm not even going to worry about wielding it yet, because again, that takes time. That takes an action point, so I don't want to spend time doing anything I don't need to, because every move we make at this point is going to be crucial to our survival. So we have to pick a direction to start sprinting. I could turn around and like get an idea of who's behind me, but since we don't see anybody in front, I think I'm just going to start sprinting off in this direction and hope that there's, yeah, okay, we got some woods ahead of us. Perfect, perfect. Okay, I went into stealth mode. I honestly think, dude, nobody's even spotted us yet. We might get super lucky. So, oh my God, guys, I have to tell you that that is not normal. For a runaway slave start, that was incredibly lucky right there. So we just overcame the most difficult aspect of the starting scenario right there. We're past it. We can now focus on survival, if you can believe it. This spot right here, this hostile tribe, we don't want to go back in there, trust me. That would be basically suicide. So we're home free. I'm going to turn, and when we're on the world map like this, those guys they don't know where we're at. We're completely free now. That's insane. I can't believe that happened. So, wow, wow, wow. I tell you what, too, just so you guys can know just how difficult it is, I tried and failed a couple of times prior to this, recorded some failures. I think I'll cut up those a little bit and attach them to the end of this video, kind of like a blooper reel. So I'll give you an idea of a couple of times that I've actually failed to survive this opening challenge, because I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. This is not normally that easy. We got very lucky. In fact, we actually got lucky in this start here with our gear, too. If we take a look, the clothing's not great. I'm not going to say this is good clothes, but this fine hunting knife is an exceptional tool. So we got lucky there. Now, first things first, we're in survival mode, like I said now. So the game has really opened up for us. What I'm going to do is start to gather some resources real quick. Let's see. Oh, I should go into stealth mode. Always walk around in stealth, even if you're not being chased or you're not hunting, because that just builds your skill level, you know, as you go. So, all right, I'm grabbing some branches. Get a couple of handfuls of those. Now let's jump back out to the world map, and let's find a little pond or something, some water. Oh, actually, this is even better. We found ourselves a mountain. Boom. So what I'm looking for here are some rocks and stones. But you know what? First things first, I promised that if we survived that initial encounter, I'd show you what this guy looks like. So let's take a quick peek at him. Wait, this is wrong. This is the armor statistics. I think it's Shift P. Yeah, here we go. So this brings up him. His name is Payne. Whenever you start to lose character after character after character, it just becomes like whatever first word pops into your head, that's what you name the person. But he's actually a really decent character. I got lucky in my rolls here, so he's got a high intelligence and a very high will. That'll help with rituals and stuff later down the road. His strength and endurance is maxed, very important. Dexterity is low, but that's expected when his weight is so high. All that really affects is the shield. He's not a very capable shield wielder. His agility is good, his speed is good, eyesight's great, hearing's fantastic, smell taste doesn't matter at all. Touch is also equally unimportant, but this is a good character. I'm very, very impressed with him. Let's look at his skills here, too. So, this is how I built him out. He was designed as a too easy, quote unquote, character. So, that allowed me to remove as many points and add as many points as I wanted here. So, he is a very good bow and spear user. Also, the axe is a very good weapon for him. He can do textile, carpentry well, timbercraft, building is exceptional. That's very important. It'll help us build a cabin really quickly. And his hide working's good too. So, my overall goal with this playthrough is we're going to kind of role play a little bit. The fact that this person was captured and enslaved for so long, so it's such a long portion of their lives, they're very antisocial. So, this guy does not like civilization. He's not going to be visiting the tribes. In fact, his goal now that he's escaped is to head out to no man's land. So he's going to want to head eastward towards the area of the map, which is pretty much barren. There's no tribes out there, it's just animals. And that's his goal. That's why I installed the mods too, so that we can actually live pretty self sufficiently and we won't have to do any trading. So, with that said, let's get the basic supplies we need just to survive. A couple of big stones. Is it going to pick it up? There we go. A couple of rocks too will help us if we come across a squirrel or something. We can throw these rocks at them. And now the next step is to probably find a spot where we can set up a quick camp and maybe do some hunting, because obviously it's very cold right here. We're chilly already. We have no food on us. So what I need to do is find a spot to, like I say, set up some traps and maybe just call like a temporary home base, I think. This is as good a spot as any, to be honest. So let's come over here. I'm going to zoom in for you guys a little bit now since we're coming to a base camp area. Let's set it up right here next to this little pond. We've got two different kinds of trees, so that's very helpful. I'm going to grab some twigs here. All right, let me go ahead and get the supplies I need and I'll set up a quick shelter. Okay, here we go. I've got us a shelter constructed here, and I built a little fire in front of it. I've been warming up. At this point, the most important thing is staying warm because frostbite will kill us. Hypothermia will be fatal. So I'm basically just getting some firewood now. I'm cutting down branches off this tree. Okay, that warmed me up, and like I said, it gave me some firewood here that I can push into the fire when I need it. But first things first, let's go cut down another small sapling here while we've still got some warmth. Because the longer we spend away we spend away from the fire, the colder we're gonna get. So I've learned from experience now that this guy can carry 4 slender trunks at a time without issue. So we're gonna grab these and move them back to the shelter. Boom. Okay, now I checked my inventory. You see I have 5 stones and 4 slender trunks right there, and also some branches. With those 3 materials alone, I can make some traps. And we can possibly catch some birds, maybe even a rabbit or two. So let's put one right here in this location. Boom. I'm not going to put any bait for the reason, number one, I have no food, but two, it's not critical. I mean, it might improve the chances, but you can still catch stuff without bait. Now, what I like to do is set these at the very edge of my screen. See how far that is? It's right there at the edge of the screen. If I move away from it, it'll disappear and I won't be able to see it that well. But when I sit in my shelter now in the mornings, when I wake up, I can just look around and inspect to see if my traps have anything in them. So what I'll do is I'll pick a place like right up here. Okay. And you can judge by where your shelter currently is. So you say, okay, this is a good spot for the trap. Place it. Boom. Now we head back to the shelter. And we look north. Boom. Perfect. So I like to do that. Start with one in each cardinal direction. Just like this. And I'm noticing too, see this log right here? That's a very valuable resource. We're going to take that back to the shelter here in a second. But Let's get this third trap laid. It's important to get these down when you still have some warmth in the air. Notice there's no snow on the ground yet, so we're in winter, but it's still early winter, so there's not necessarily like snow and stuff yet, but there will be. Trust me. Okay, so the trap's down. Let's grab this log. Can't pick it up, so I'm just going to move it. It's too heavy for any character. There's no character I've ever had that can literally carry one of these. So we're just moving it here. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, now I'm going to do a little push. I push it into the tree next to it, so it's kind of, you can imagine now it's like propped up against that little sapling, basically. It's out of the way. Okay, so let's take a look at our situation now. Inventory-wise, I've got a couple of stones and a slender trunk. I still need to build one more trap. And then, well, I need to build many traps, but we've got enough materials for one more. And then after we build some traps here around our shelter, what I'll do is I'll leave this area and I'll travel a couple spaces to the east, and I'll set some traps there. Real close though, because it needs to be close. Otherwise, when it like the dead of winter hits, you're not going to be able to travel really far to inspect your traps. You know, it's going to be too cold to move. Because in terms of the clothing we have, yeah, it ain't great. Not for winter wear. So let me set up a few more traps here, and then we'll venture out to a new location real quick. Okay, well, we're going to have to wait till the morning. It's gotten pretty dark out here. I'm tired and stuff, so I went out and I grabbed some more stone. Yeah, and I also picked up 5 spruce saplings, so we're gonna mess with those in a second. What we're gonna do with those is turn them into cordage, which of course is extremely important in any survival type situation. But first things first, let's get a nice roaring fire going before we go to bed. All right, let's hit the F. There we go. All right, so we got the good fire going. We don't have any food. I do have water here. Of course, plenty of water in the little pond we can drink. Sleeping's going to be difficult, but we'll manage. Now, I am going to try and stay good with the spirits and stuff, but unfortunately, we don't have a prayer for going to bed, sadly. So we'll have to focus on sacrificing. There we go. Otherwise, we do have a couple interesting. The bear skull, right? You always know that one. Fox trap and carrying bear teeth to find hares and birds. So we'll take a look at these later down the road. For now, we're just trying to survive. So let's see here. Okay, everything's good. I think we can just go to bed. And of course, since we're starving, we wake up every couple hours. So you kind of have to like force your guy to keep sleeping, keep sleeping. All right, there we go. It is snowing right now. So that's what you see. It's not rain, it is snow. And that means it's going to be very difficult for us to venture out on the world map without getting cold, especially considering it's still midnight. We didn't sleep for very long, did we? So what I'm going to do then is prepare some crafts and stuff here inside the shelter. And let's go to our crafting menu. Now, again, you'll see this menu is much longer than it normally is in the base game. And of course, that's because of the mods, the mod I have installed. The mod I do use, I forgot the name of it, but a lot of you are probably familiar with it. It lumps like all the great mods together into one. So it's a really quick and easy install, and you get all kinds of different cool stuff like tool making, smithing. Now you can make iron shovels, you can make battle axes, all kinds of stuff. Now you're yourself. You don't have to go shopping for it. And there is a process too, so it's not just like, oh, whip it all up. You have to go get the raw iron and then smelt it and prepare it. It's a whole process and it's a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to getting into the crafting aspect. Another cool part of this mod is you can actually now craft and repair wool and linen stuff too. So we can make wool, craft it. That's going to be extremely helpful for the winter too. Oh, look, we can shear sheep and stuff. So yeah, there's also a whole new addition to the cooking section too. So if I go cook, yeah, we've got different recipes for porridge, baking recipes, fish and meat. So we can do all different kinds of stuff here, as you can see. And of course, each one requires certain stuff. You know, you need flour, seasoning, and a cooking pot with this one. So as I said, it's very involved crafting wise. A lot of fun. Can't wait to get into that. But first things first, let's get through this night. So what are we doing next? Okay, yeah, that's right. The whole reason I brought this up was for tying equipment. There we go. So we are looking for this spruce withe. Yeah, I think this is the ones I have. Oh, do they need to be in my inventory? Wait, where are they? What did I... Oh my god, did I accidentally set it on fire? Are you kidding me? Did I seriously? What the hell? Alright, well, in that case, I thought I had him with me, but yeah, I must have pushed him in the fire like a dummy. Wow. I messed up big time there. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll just have to go back out into the forest and grab some. Let's see if we can manage that actually in this weather. We just need to come right here. Okay, good, good, good. Now the real trick is, here's one right in front of me actually. Can I do this? Oh, hold on. No. Sorry, I'm forgetting my commands. There we go. Alright, I was able to fell that, and I didn't freeze to death, so that's good. Alright, let's do this one. I'm watching my temperature extremely closely now. So see what I'm gathering are the saplings. That's what we need. I must have burnt the other ones like a dummy. Ugh, mistakes like that will get you killed in a real survival situation. But they do often happen, especially if you're like starving and stuff. Yeah, that makes it hard to think clearly, doesn't it? That's why I did it, because I was just role playing somebody who's starving. All right, we've got a few of them. I'm gonna grab a couple more. There's one more. All right, let's go. We don't want to push our luck here in terms of the weather. All right, we'll head back to our little camp. While I'm here, I'm gonna actually place an X on the map. That helps with navigation sometimes. Okay, there we go. Now, we've got them in our inventory. Finally, let's do some tying equipment. Spruce withe. Boom. We got 5 spruce saplings. All right, we're going to do all 5 of them. Didn't take very long. But now we have 9 fine ones. Very good. And 1 inferior. So this is just 4-foot cordage, basically. It's pretty heavy, though, so I'm not going to carry it around with me. And we need this for smoking meat or other various different kinds of crafting purposes. But I also need a lot more than that, so I might venture back out. Since we're warm again, sweating a lot, I'm going to make another short trip and try and get some more real quick. Okay, guys. Well, I have collected a bunch and I went in and crafted them. We've got 14 of them now, plus 2 inferiors, so that's a lot. That's a good amount. Again, instead of actually dropping them, I've been rethinking this spot that we're at. I think it's not a terrible spot, but it also doesn't have very much good hunting ground around it. So I'm going to grab some of the materials here that we collected, and we're going to abandon it for now. I mean, I'm not burning it to the ground or anything, so we might have to come back if I don't find anywhere I really like a lot better. But while it's still relatively warm, I'd like to do some quick traveling and look for... Oh, look, there's a reindeer right there. See that? Yeah, we can't hunt that, though, right now. But we will in the near future be looking for big game like that. But right now, I'm hunting for a good place to settle. And I am not seeing it right now. Oh, boy. Got to watch my temperature more than anything else. Ooh, see, we just got cool. If I need to watch that. In fact, I should probably stop and start a fire. Still very early in the morning, so let's see here. Okay, let's drop this. I was going to say, I do have some branches here, so we'll start a little fire. Zoom in for you guys. It's nice and snowy outside. There we go. It's a nice, tiny little fire, but we're just going to rest until we warm up a little bit. Okay, it burnt out. Damn it. Ugh. All right, I need to cut down a proper sapling. Or a proper small tree here instead of those saplings. Yeah. Drop. Now this is going to be a blaze right here. That's what we need, though. There we go. That's a big one. Okay. I think we can probably sleep for a little bit here. Oh, no, it's too much snow. My bad. Then let's just rest for a minute. All right, we're comfortably warm now. Let's see here. I'm thinking maybe we should cut down another sapling. Alright, that got me to the rather warm status. So, there's a stupid bird right there, so I can't leave yet, but let's move. Okay, there we go. So, I'm going to search here a little bit long. Oh, here we go. This is what I want. Perfect. I want a nice open area that we can do serious hunting in. This is it. Okay, this is it. I don't need to see any more. We are going to set up shop probably right next to the edge of this forest. It's good to have some extra trees and stuff available, so this looks good enough. Let's zoom in here, see what we can see. Now, let's kind of move. One of the big things I need is a tree trunk, and there it is. So this bad boy right here is going to be critical. You always need these so you can process hides and stuff or pieces of leather. Let's set ourselves up right up here. This looks good to me. Boom. And did you see that bird right there? That was nice, actually. You know what? Now that I think about it, let's move a little bit farther away from the tree line. Okay. Here we go. This little puddle over here, that looks good. I want to be away from the trees so that I can set traps a little easier. Let's see here. You know what? I don't like this spot either. I'm being extremely picky, but it's important to me that I like the area that I'm staying at. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually decent right here. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, there's a bunch of berries up there. In fact, we should probably try and grab some of those soon. But let me get the shelter constructed and everything first. Make this place our home. Okay, there we go. Just in the nick of time, too, because snow is starting to accumulate on the ground. So you know what that means. It's going to get very, very cold. Now, let's see. I don't need 8 stones. I'm going to go ahead and set up some traps here like I did at the other location. But I don't need 8 of them. Let's see. I don't need this sapling. That. Also don't need to carry all these around. Alright, that's good. We're going to drop all that stuff. I need to cut down a tree. I guess I'll do this one here. Yeah. Alright, so it's time to grab all these. We got exactly what we need. Okay, let's see. We're extremely tired though, so I'm going to go ahead and rest. It's unfortunate. Another night without food. But we'll try and pick some of these berries here shortly. These are going to be like the last berries of the season. Oh, dang it. The fire burnt out. Put 4 spruce twigs, and let's drop some of these slender trunks here on the ground. Very good. Start that fire up. Nice. All right, now we'll sleep a little bit more just to warm up. Perfect. And I'm going to come out here and grab another few small trunks. Okay. Now we're all set, and I'm going to zoom out. There we go. Like to start in the middle, zoom out, and I'm going to place 4 traps at each cardinal location. Okay, well I've got the 4 traps set up in each direction. You can see the north and south ones, but you can also see there's a bird right there flying around over to the right. Yeah, he might actually fall into the trap. We'll see. We'll give it a little bit of time. Now, I did pick some berries while I was out. I got 15 fistfuls, and I made sure to put some bait in the traps too. But this is literally the first meal we've had since the game started, since running away from the village, the slaver village. Okay, we just basically polished off all 15 of those, and it's not really going to do us much good. In this game, you need meat. You can't survive on strictly fruits and vegetables alone. You have to have meat. But good thing is it's realistic also in the fact that like you're not going to starve to death anytime soon. You got like 2 to 3 weeks before you drop dead from hunger. But we still need to watch out and get as much food as we can. So with that said, while we're waiting for the birds to fly into our traps, let me see, I'm going to drop some more stuff. Don't need that. Okay. I like to keep some branches and rocks on me at all times. Branches are for fire, and the rocks are for, like I said, if we come across like a squirrel or something, we can throw rocks at it. Catch it in a tree and throw rocks. All right, let's grab a couple trunks, and I'm going to head out to the world map real quick. Okay. It'd be great if we could locate a small pond or something nearby. Let's see, I'm just going to do a little bit of close exploration. Got to watch that temperature real carefully, though. Ugh, there's like no water. It's good and bad. Okay, we're cool. Yeah, that means I need to head home. So, I'm looking for a pond. Where the hell's my thing at? Oh, it's over here on this side. See, this is why you always want to set those X's too. that's camp 2. All right, now the water usually has like rocks, big stones around it. Those can be kind of tough to find too, so you got to watch it. Right now, let me see. Do I have any? I do have 4. Okay, so that'll be good. Let's go ahead and rest a little bit here and get warmed up. And now I'm going to go out and set some traps nearby after we warm up. Okay, so here we are on the world map. As I said, I'm going to set some more traps, but I'm not going very far. I just want to go like 1 or 2 spaces away from my shelter. And again, that's mainly because of the cold. Once we get into the depths of winter, we're not going to be able to travel very far. So I want to start thinking ahead for that time. All right, we got some free berries here too. That's really great. Yep, there's a bird right there. So let's get some of these placed. And I'm going to go ahead and put some berries in them. I like to keep them close by each other. Just makes my life easier. They don't need to be all that spread out, really. There we go. So you can have them just, I would advise against having them directly next to each other, because I have had a situation where if I set one right next to this one, like once I had a fox caught in one of them and a rabbit in the other, and the fox was able to kill and eat the rabbit while they were both trapped in those traps because they were directly next to each other. But if you just put one space between them, it'll prevent that. All right, there we go. And we've got 3 traps laid at this location now. So what I can do is when I want to, I just immediately come to this spot, zoom in, and boom, we can instantly see if we've got anything there because it's not spread all across the map. Look, there's a bird to the north up there too. So let's leave this location, let the little birdies peck at our trap a little bit, hopefully. Let's see, so far nothing in these, so that's what you got to do, just be real persistent. Now, what I'd like to do actually is head back to this original site and maybe check those traps. There were some birds nearby, so yeah, and actually you can see there's a village too in our eyesight right there. But as I mentioned, we're going for the antisocial hermit playthrough here. We've been traumatized by being enslaved, so there's no way we're going to visit that village. Who knows? They might capture us and enslave us too. So, you know what? Actually, wait. Oh, crap. Yeah, I realize now. That's the slaver village we escaped from, isn't it? Oh, look at me. I'm already forgetting. But yeah. Maybe we should make that the long-term goal, huh? We should come back here one day after we've gotten enough wealth and enough allies and stuff, slowly over time. By allies, I mean dogs. And we come back and destroy that village. I think that's a good goal. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments section. I hope you guys are as pumped for this new series as I am. It's going to be a good one. There's a lot of crafting to look forward to. But of course, we've got to survive. We need to get over this initial survival stage, and we're still not out of the clear yet. So 1 or 2 good hunts would definitely change things in our favor. So fingers crossed, guys. Wish me luck. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the playthrough so far, and I will see you guys on the next one.